about to be seen. Experience the action at full thrust as the color pop through the screen. Audio blast through the house. Gonna have to get another sub. Plastic cases running out of room. Looks like we're gonna need a bigger room. This is Physical Media Coast to Coast. We were here to celebrate the movies that made us. This is Physical Media Coast to Coast. We celebrate the silver screen. This is Physical Media Coast to Coast. Let's start the show. Let's start the show.
Let's do it live!
Whoa, what happened there? Hang on, guys. There we go. Hey guys, welcome back to a live show, Physical Media Coast to Coast. I know I've been absent for a while, just some things have come up, but we're back, and tonight I'm being joined by a buddy of mine, and you probably know him if you're on TikTok, and that is Ken from Ken's Screen Scene. Hey Ken, what's going on?
What's up, man? I know my name on TikTok's kind of a tongue twister. No one ever gets it right, especially if they do like posts where they're commenting back like go follow Ken's Scenes. And I know I should have came up with something a little bit more catchy, but that's
I always want to say Scream Scene.
I mean, hey, that's not a bad idea. If I need to rebrand to a horror page, I mean, there you go. You just did it for me.
Right. Hey guys, let me know in the comment section if the audio is good, if you can hear both of us, or if one of us needs to turn down our audio. Sometimes mine is louder than my guest. But also, if you guys are here, leave your questions, comments in the chat, and we can read them on the show. And remember to like and share and subscribe if you haven't already. But yeah, first of all, guys, if you're not familiar with his TikTok, go check him out. He has some awesome stuff over there. Some unboxings, talks about movies. You can definitely tell that Ken has a passion for physical media movies, just like we do. So go check him out. And you're working on your YouTube channel now, right?
Yeah, mostly because of you kicking me in the butt about it.
Hey, man. No, I mean, I've honestly found having both really works together, and people from TikTok and now going over to YouTube, people from YouTube go over to TikTok, so it works pretty good to have them both there. But yeah, I'll put the link of your YouTube channel in the description of this video
Thank you.
after the show, and I may go ahead and just put it in the chat now if I can get there real quick. But
I also have an Instagram as well, so which I think is still the same. I don't even know. My Instagram, I kind of like, I should pay more attention to it, but my TikTok has taken off so much that it's kind of hard to like concentrate on every single platform.
Oh, it's a 24-hour job.
Yeah,
it is really. I mean, honestly, I'm not like so concerned that I'm going to stop TikTok, but as I guess Oracle or some places buying TikTok, and they're going to end up revamping it for the States, and you know how that goes. So hopefully the TikTok that we know now lasts long, and they won't change it too much.
And
Because
wipe
the
our
algorithm,
content. Yeah, I don't want our content to get wiped either, because there's so many people on there that's been on there for years that have just, you know, a whole catalog of stuff, and the fact that they would have to start that all over would suck. I mean, I know it bummed me out, and I've only been really that serious about it since April.
yeah, and I'm just like, you know, the one thing I know they're going to do is they're going to be really hard on like music and what you can show and music with copyright laws. It's going to be like YouTube, where it's almost impossible to have any type of music on there. But anyways, when that comes, we'll figure it out then. Right.
Yeah. And welcome to our TED Talk about social media, guys.
Right.
Next, we're talking about MySpace and Friendster.
Yeah. And now I hear they're wanting to completely block. Can't say the words. I'll say corn. Countrywide, and they're saying divorce is going to be illegal. It's just nuts. It's a madhouse. But let's change subjects into something that's going to be fun here, because I got to show you some clips from this movie called The Prophecy. It is
Christopher
hilarious.
Walken? Are you talking about Christopher?
No.
Oh, bummer.
No, this is from like the 1979.
Okay.
John Frankenheimer directed it.
Mutant Bear, Talia Shire.
It's a bear.
Yep.
And I just want to show a couple clips because it is just hilarious. And so if people out there haven't seen it, buckle up for a ride.
I'm ready.
I love that crunch sound.
Instantly, I think of Man Bear Pig from South Park.
Oh, man. One more here. Let me see here. I don't remember. I think it's this one. Okay. First of all, the best death scene I've ever seen in any horror film. Yes.
You know, the funny thing is, there's a record store down the street from my house, and today we went down there because they were having Oktoberfest, and I always pop my head in there because I collect records as well as movies, but they sell movies, and that movie was there, and I should have bought it because it was still in the plastic, brand spanking new.
Oh, wow. Yeah. What's hilarious is, you know, how sometimes like Kino Lorber just put that on 4K like a couple months ago.
Yeah.
And it's so fun. It always makes me wonder, how in the world, why choose The Prophecy? Why choose that movie to put on 4K out of all the other catalog they could have chosen? You know,
you've answered your own question by showing me that scene just now. You know what? We just saw a person who looked like a banana explode on a rock. I mean, if that's not worth an upgrade in quality, I don't know what is.
And it's a kid. I miss Kids in Peril. I miss that.
Yeah, we don't get enough of that in horror cinema anymore, do we?
Yeah, guys. So, yeah, we just thought we'd just chill out, talk movies. First, physical media. I know you've got something special you're going to show pretty soon.
Yes, I do.
And but let's build up the anticipation a little bit. Well, yeah. First of all, what makes you? Why do you love physical media? Like, what made you want to collect physical media?
I mean, this started all back in the 80s when I was a kid. I remember, I think the first piece of physical media that we got as a family, we had a Betamax player, and we got Back to the Future. So I remember specifically getting Back to the Future, and then there was a specific weekend that we rented a bunch of movies, and the one that really kind of just is embedded in my brain forever is The Road Warrior. The fact that my mom was letting me watch a movie with tons of people in assless chaps out in the apocalypse, good on her, because it kind of made the pathway of just me being obsessed with movies. And so from there, obviously, VHS won the format wars. And then I think what really, really got me going was Batman 89 and Ninja Turtles 89 or 90.
90, yeah.
From that point on, yeah, I just was, because do you remember McDonald's did this thing where you could get movies, like they did like Addams Family.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I think Batman was one of them as well. And there was one Christmas where almost every one of my family members got me Batman. So I had like 4 copies of it. And I think, yeah, that just kind of spawned it. And then it just spiraled out of control. Then it was Home Alone. And then before you know it, because I was always a huge movie lover. Back in the 80s, when my grandma got cable, she got HBO. And just the whole world opened up from that point. I remember watching Goonies, Gremlins. It was just The Wraith. There was just certain movies that they had on heavy rotation. And I got obsessed with movies. And yeah, it just kind of became an obsession from that point. And so I just started buying movies like nobody's business, asking for them at Christmas time. I always wanted to go to the movies. I lived up in Northern California when I was a little kid, so there wasn't a lot to do. So when the movie theater opened up in the mountains, we had 3 screens, and I remember just going nuts. My dad would give me $10, and I would just go off the rails.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, I think I'm 1 year older than you are. I was born in 78.
Yeah, I was born in 79. I'll be 46 in 3 weeks.
Yeah. I mean, and it's the same with me. It's just like we just grew up on this stuff, especially the 80s, man. I mean, the 80s, it was just filled with so many great movies and entertainment. And what I always say about the 80s is like you will never have a decade like that again, because that's when like Spielberg came out, dominated, and all these other directors came out that were doing new things that's never been done before. And now it's either you're remaking it or revamping it or whatever, because they're trying to live off of the title of the movie.
Right.
But it's just never going to be the same as it was back then in the 80s and 90s. But yeah, I mean, I remember probably about like you in like 80. I remember buying Star Trek 2.
Oh, I love the Rapid Run. So good.
Yeah. VHS. I mean, of course, we started with beta and then we went to VHS, and I've owned everything from beta, VHS, Laserdisc, DVD. And I don't know if I would call myself a collector, because I'm not one of those collectors where I'm like, okay, if this movie comes out on Blu-ray and then it comes out on 4K, I'm not going to hold on to the Blu-ray because I already have it. Unless it's got some kind of like a lot of special features that the 4K doesn't have, then I might. So I'm not that type of collector where I hold on to every single thing, but I'm the collector of the movies. I'd say I'm more of a collector of the movie than the media, if that makes sense.
For sure. Well, you're collecting the experience essentially.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And in case anyone out there doesn't know, is new to this channel or isn't aware, let me do a shameless plug right here. I do like 4K versus Blu-ray comparisons, where I take the Blu-ray, pull images from the Blu-ray, take the 4K disc, pull images from the 4K disc, and I compare them side by side to really see if there's really a difference there. Is there's really a need to actually upgrade. And I just want to show a couple of things here real quick, couple of clips, if you don't mind, just showing the real difference here between like a 4K and a Blu-ray. And I chose Cobra because there's some real difference here. So,
wow.
Yeah, I mean, and I get this all the time where people say, 4K is a gimmick, or 4K, there's really not that much difference, until you actually look at the improvements. And for some reason, like early Blu-rays, they would always put, for some reason, studios would put like a magenta or pink hue wash over the image, and it'd really affect like the white levels. Like you can see here with the background of the wall, it's like all pinkish on the Blu-ray.
Can we talk about that scene real quick? Is that where the scene he's eating pizza with the toothpick?
Yeah, with a cutting pizza with the scissors.
That's right. That's what it is.
Classic. That's the only way to eat pizza, right?
Classic Stallone.
I remember when that movie came out, and it's like all I wanted to do was eat pizza of scissors from then on. I mean, and fire. I mean, there's just some big improvements. And then there's a movie called Danger Diabolic. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, from like '69, I think. Is like a James Bond type ripoff from Italy. But I wanted to show this real quick because of the aspect ratio.
Oh, wow.
And so see it like at the bottom of the screen on the Blu-ray, that tank is cut off, the people are cut off, but the Blu-ray is framed right where it doesn't cut anything off. The same is true with this scene. And so, yeah, I mean, obviously there's some real improvements and benefits between Blu-ray and 4K. But I wanted to ask you, what makes you decide when to upgrade from your Blu-ray? Obviously, we can't buy everything, so.
That's a great question. I mean, a lot of times, yeah, the factor that kind of comes into play is just if the movie looks like crap. You know, if I feel like, for example, and they still haven't, even with the Blu-ray doesn't even look that good, as Fast Times at Ridgemont High, which I love that movie to death. It's one of my all-time favorite 80s films, and it just doesn't look good. And, you know, I would hop on that in an instant if it got a 4K release. So, I mean, that's basically like a key decision-making factor right there. If I see a movie that I love to death, and it's not enjoyable to watch when it's that bad. Because the thing is, even if the media doesn't progress and you're okay with that, the technology that we use to watch said media, like our TVs, that's going to keep improving. So it's going to downgrade the quality. Even if like that Blu-ray looked great before, I popped in 28 days later to show my youngest daughter, and it looked horrible only because that's like what, 480p, that movie. And so, but it looked really bad, and I hadn't watched it in a couple of years, so I hadn't watched it on my 4K TV yet, and it looked terrible. It literally looked like worse than what my camera looks like with my lighting right now. Real blurry. There was no detail to it. So yeah, I mean, that's basically the deciding factor for me. Is if the movie, especially with the outer technology, like your TV and stuff like that, progresses, if it degrades the movie that you own, then I want it to keep up with the technology that's advancing.
Yeah. Just to talk about 28 days later for a second. You know, we've heard, I think beginning of the year, they announced a 4K is coming. That's the thing. How? I don't know how. It's impossible. They can't, because unless they completely restructure it, like you said, with AI, because it was shot on early mini DV cameras. The highest resolution is 1080p.
Yeah.
It can't go further than that. It's impossible. So it's not like a negative where you can have, you know, where you can scan up to 12K or 16K. So I don't know how they're doing this. I have no idea how they're doing this. And I'm afraid it's going to look like garbage, because it's going to look really waxy and smooth over is what I'm afraid it's going to look like, because that movie was really grainy.
Yeah.
So I'm afraid, you know, a lot of people complain about True Lies, you know, looking really waxy with the skin textures and stuff.
Well, Aliens was like that too. There were some scenes in Aliens I was like, why'd you take the grain out that much? Like,
yeah. I mean, that's just James Cameron. He just has a thing with grain. But what I'm afraid of is that the entire movie is going to look like that. Like the entire frame is going to look like that, because that's the only way I can see they can do that. So I don't know why they don't just reissue the Blu-ray. That would seem a lot easier and less expensive. But I don't know.
I'm sure they called they called up George Lucas at Lucas Ranch after, like, okay, so what you need to do is, I got some guys in the back to work this out for you. So I'm sure they've got it figured out. Obviously, if we're sitting here debating about it, they probably love this because we're talking about it.
Yeah, and I'm sure they're going to. I mean, yeah, they're going to figure it out. But it's just, I don't know. They could, I guess, use AI and do what they need to do, and then add in some artificial grain. I guess they can do that. Yeah. But you're not going to get. It's not going to be full 4K. Rico Gomez, hey Rico, says, seems Hollywood is more concerned with agenda, like remaking franchise to fit liberal 2025 agenda. I don't think it's that at all. I think it has nothing to do. It's not political at all. All it has to do is that Hollywood sees that, hey, you know what? This movie back in the 80s and 90s is a known franchise. It's a known tentpole. So we're going to remake it or redo it, whatever you want to call it, because it's a known IP. It's a known property. So, you know, if you're going to make Back to the Future 4, or you're going to make some movie, an original idea that no one's ever heard about, what's going to make more money? It's going to be Back to the Future 4. That's the only reason they're doing it, is because that's where the money is. But and that's, I mean, to me, that's sad because original filmmaking, original ideas is basically dead now for the most part. I don't know. What do you think of that, Ken?
I mean, it really depends on how they handle it. Because like if you look at stuff that's like a legacy sequel, and if it's done well, like for example, I think Blade Runner 2049 was brilliant.
Oh yeah,
it shouldn't have worked. It shouldn't have worked. When I heard that they were going to do it, I was like, nope. And then the minute I heard Denis Villeneuve was going to direct it, I was like, yep. So right there, my confidence was like, because if you've seen Enemy or if you've seen Prisoners, Sicario, it's like the man has all of his movies are bangers. I don't think he's had one bad movie yet.
Yeah.
So yeah, when it comes to like legacy sequels, it works. Now, if you're just kind of pandering for the nostalgia and you're just kind of riding the coattails of what was once before, yeah, I mean, it's kind of tired. I mean, again, to reference South Park again, after Man, Bear, Pig, the member berries. People are just like, do you remember Chewbacca? You remember Han Solo? And so, to tickle those kind of like the iris of your memory and childhood, yeah, people are going to go buy that stuff. Now, are you going to get quality from that? No, you're going to get a lot of what Disney did with like Star Wars, for example. Some was really, really good. Some was really, really, really bad. So
really bad.
So, there's a balance. That's all there really is. I mean, the people that pulled it off. Sorry to interrupt you, but the people that really pulled it off are the guys that did Cobra Kai. I mean, they hit all those right notes of the things that we love about Karate Kid, and then what they did was they made fun of it at the same time. Like, well, we're gonna take your heroes and make them kind of like unlikable at the same time, but you still love them. But you're like, oh, these guys are like middle-aged dudes that are still talking about a karate tournament when they were 16 years old. I mean, it's great. It was great.
Yeah, I mean, they knew the movies were cheesy and they leaned into that and relied on it. And I honestly don't have a problem with movies being remade because you always have the original. But of course, I would prefer it if it was, if you have a right director, right screenwriter, then it can work. But I do prefer, like what you were saying, having legacy sequels than remaking a movie like Tron. How many years until we had the second one, Tron Legacy, which wasn't great, but it was still good. And I'm really looking forward to Tron Ares.
Me too. I'm not Jared Leto as much. He is a fantastic actor, but I think it's one of those things where, dude, cut the beard and the long hair. Now you're just the guy from 30 Seconds to Mars in every one of your damn movies.
Right.
Show some diversity in your acting and character choices.
I'll tell you what. A couple movies. What are? I'll name a couple on my end, and then I want to hear from you. But what are a couple movies that you would like to see actually being remade?
Oh man, that's a tough one. Remade?
While you're thinking, I'll say I honestly wouldn't mind if they remade Last Starfighter. I think that would make a good remake.
It's so funny you said that because I was just thinking about that, and I was watching Night of the Comet, who has the female lead from Last Starfighter in it. Yeah. I would rather have a sequel to Last Starfighter, truthfully.
That's true. That's the one thing I don't like about sequels is like it's some sequels like Force Awakens is basically a remake of Star Wars, but covered as a sequel.
Yeah.
That's what I don't like. I want it and an actual true sequel. Mm-hmm. So if they did that, it would be great without retreading everything over again. Last Starfighter, that's what the one I always go to is Last Starfighter. I think that if they remake that, they could improve on it a lot. And like you said, it doesn't necessarily need to be remade. But yeah, I mean, the biggest thing right now is that Hollywood, a lot of executives right now they're more concerned about the money and not the art. And that's the biggest problem. because a lot of these executives are younger and they come in from, like I know a guy, he is a producer at Warner Brothers, and he was telling me the other day that all these young executives are coming in, they're bean counters. They don't know the business. They don't know movies. In fact, he said that you ask them questions about a movie and they have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So they don't even know movies. They don't know production. All they look at is the money. And so, they do the algorithm. They look at, hey, let's see what is making money, and we'll do that. Instead of looking at, hey, you know what? Like Blade 2049 is a perfect example where, yeah, it's a remake. I mean, not a remake, but it's a sequel from a pre-existing IP. But the way it was done was so great is because of the director, because of the writer, and they cared about the project. If you put someone in there that doesn't know Blade Runner, that doesn't understand the project, and they direct it, then it doesn't turn out good.
Well, even the people that understand their own projects, like Ridley Scott. I mean, let's be honest, when he revisited Alien, there's a fine example of somebody that's like, you should have handed that over to Denis Villeneuve as well.
Right. Everything should be handed over to him.
Yeah.
Speaking of Alien, have you watched Alien Earth?
Oh, yeah. I'm about 3 episodes behind, but I'm loving it so far. It's super fun. But hey, I actually want to touch upon your point from earlier.
Oh, go ahead.
No one come for me up for this one, because I think the original is sacred. I'm not taking away from it. I think it's a perfect movie and I love it to death. But you have people like Peter Jackson out there that understand fantasy. I'm not saying he needs to direct it, but we have people like that are innovative with fantasy. It would be pretty cool to see and span it between 3 films, because the book is fairly thick, The Neverending Story. I think you can make a really interesting movie in a 3 picture, because I read the book when I was a kid, so there's so much detail left out of that first movie.
Yeah.
So I think.
Yeah, I was just going to say I read the book too, and honestly, when I read the book, I actually read the book a few years ago, and I was like, I don't know how you can make this into a movie. It's almost impossible to make some of the stuff into a movie. I was thinking that it would actually work better as like a 8-part miniseries than a movie.
Sure.
I think it would work better than that. And I hate to say that because I would prefer a movie in the theater, but I think with something like that, you need that structure to really dive into the mythology of the book.
Well, Game of Thrones has proved that can be possible, especially for a TV medium.
Yeah, exactly. Rico says, if Hollywood are bean counters and care about money, why is Hollywood still making woke movies that keep bombing? I don't really see that, honestly. I'm sorry. And I'm not sure what you mean by woke, because people have a lot of different ideas what woke means. But I don't want to, let's stay off that topic, because that just goes down a rabbit hole of political stuff and what's happening right now in the scheme of things politically. And that's not what this show's about.
No, we're supposed to have fun tonight, right?
Right. Yeah. So let's just kind of stay off that topic. Let's go on and show the special piece of physical media you got in the other day.
Should I show the big dogs? I'm going to take my wedding ring off, because since this thing is made of metal, I don't want to scratch it. And the fine folks at Amazon already, when they packed it, scratched the top a bit. And I'm a fanatic when it comes to that kind of stuff. So can I return this right now? And of course, they're already sold out. So they're like, well, we'll give you your money back. I'm like, no, I'm going to keep it. So
let me see if I can maximize your screen here. There we go.
All right. So I, we were talking about earlier, our ages. My birthday is this month. I was actually born on Halloween. So for me, I have a deep, deep appreciation for horror. I love horror movies. And
real quick,
specifically,
real quick. My parents, my parents were married on Friday the 13th.
Oh, nice.
So how about that?
Well, and my wife, she was born on Valentine's Day, so we're both holiday babies.
Really, that's funny.
But so I'm way into horror, and specifically, I really love the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise. So I decided to get myself an early birthday present, and I saved up for this thing just little by little, for 6 months now. You know, put $10 here away, $10, and I got the Steelbook edition of the Nightmare on Elm Street 4K collection right here. This thing is fantastic. It's such a beautiful set. I know I'm sorry guys that it's so grainy. My camera sucks, but
That's cool.
This thing is gorgeous. And there was another version that was more compact. It pretty much looked like a retread of the Blu-ray box set that came out.
You mean this one?
Yes, that one. And not take anything away from it, but for me, I was like, well, if I'm gonna upgrade, I want, and I'm a sucker for original artwork. I love original poster art, and I think that aside from now, I don't know who did the Nightmare on Elm Street posters. It could have been different artists that were commissioned. I'm not sure. Oh, you got the Freddy's Dead glasses. But that's an art form that's kind of died now. Me and my buddy coined it as floating heads for movie posters, because now they just so it's just. But back then they would do actual paintings. Like you look at someone like Drew Struzan, who did like Star Wars and Raiders and stuff like that. So the kind of like the big selling point for me was all the original artwork is on each
that is awesome
individual steelbook. So we'll kind of go through the gamut here of the movie. So obviously,
is there artwork on the inside?
Yeah, it's kind of limited. It's, you know, they just have like, for the first movie, it's just Freddy in the boiler room. So it's nothing too.
Oh, okay.
Oh, sorry, I got a little reflection there. It's nothing too amazing on the inside, but the steelbook itself is fantastic. And then on the back,
that's awesome.
It has like, you know, Freddy coming out of the wall.
That's my favorite scene.
I think I know. And talk about how they ruined it in the remake. Let's make it look like a video game.
That is an example. That's an example of a bad remake.
Yeah, exactly. And so, yeah, I mean, if you kind of go through each one, I mean, I don't have to show every single one to you guys, but yeah, I mean, like, and this is one of my favorite ones. I love Part 2's artwork.
Oh yeah, I've always loved that poster.
And then, but I do like the other one too that was on the VHS, which is the cover of the box that you have, and it had the flames behind him, and I believe that was the VHS release that came out in the 80s from. Company was it? Had the M? Was it Media? God, I'm blanking right now. Regardless, but yeah, so that was kind of my main kind of like. I'm an art sucker. I'm an art nerd. So having something that's kind of almost like an art piece.
Yeah.
I couldn't say no to that, and I already have the Friday the 13th Scream Factory box set. I have the Halloween Scream Factory box set. So I'm a sucker for these box sets.
Well, they're awesome. I love it when especially when they include the original key art. It's just like the extra cherry on top.
And this one came with a authenticity number, so mine's 5,199.
Oh, nice.
And
cool.
I think they only made 15,000.
I think so. Yeah, that's what they made. It was pretty funny. I saw. I guess this guy wasn't familiar with the Nightmare series at all, because I saw a Facebook post and he's like, man, I'm putting on these 3D glasses and they suck. They don't even work. And I was skimming through the comments and they're like, well, what's going on? And he said, well, I'm watching it with Dream Warriors and it doesn't even work.
Wrong movie, bro.
Yeah. I finally respond. I'm like, yeah, that's the wrong movie. It's at the ending of part 6 that where you wear the glasses. I said, he even cues it up for you. When she puts on the glasses, you put on the glasses. And he's like, oh, dang, I didn't even know that. It's pretty funny.
There was a deleted scene where she looks over to the audience and basically directs you to put the glasses on. I'm glad they didn't add it because it's bad.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think you can find it on YouTube, and it might actually be on this disc, but it's really, really funny because she I can't remember exactly what she says. It's like, now you put them on. Something like that.
Hey, Episodic Josh. Hey, Josh. Thanks for joining us tonight. Good to see you. And yeah, me and Josh have been trying to get together for him to come on my channel soon. So we're definitely I'll get in touch with you, Josh, when we can do that. Yeah.
Well, I also wore my Dream Warriors shirt.
Oh, nice. And your flannel kind of looks like a Freddy with a pattern, sort of.
More like Brawny, the paper towel guy, but hey, it's the quicker picker upper, as they say.
Quicker picker upper. Yeah. So Warner Brothers sent this over to me. I I was going to buy that Steelbook set, but then I'm like, okay, $130 or I get it free. Which one am I going to choose? So,
$130? That would have been the deal, buddy.
So-
It was more than that.
Oh, is it? I thought it was like $130 for that.
It was 181.
Oh wow, jeez. Josh
There's
says, "Great to be here."
Oh, sorry. I was just gonna say there's gonna be a UK edition. It's the exact same as this. It's no different. But with import tariffs and things like that, I don't know how much it's gonna cost you if you want to send over.
Yeah, I actually saw Second Sight and Umbrella. I think they released a statement about the tariffs where I guess they're saying that they found kind of a loophole around the tariffs, so it won't be as expensive. They're using a different delivery service than they usually do. So I think you have to pay a little bit extra, but you don't get as high of tariffs. So instead of sending it through the post office or like DHL, they're using a different type of service.
They're using drug mules.
Right. Movie mules now.
Why are you sitting so funny? A Halloween box set.
You don't want,
Get me on the plane, all right?
it's a Steelbook up there.
Ow, 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 ow.
You're like walking with this like this block.
I can just see like going through customs. The cop looks and just looks at you real closely. It's like, yep, I can tell what's going on there. What is it, Sarge? That's a Friday the 13th box set, man.
I can tell. I can see that outline anywhere. I recognize that outline anywhere. I got this in from Arrow Video. Spawn 4K.
That comes on Tuesday for me.
Yeah, so this comes with. I did not know the theatrical cut is actually also restored in 4K. I was thinking it was just the Blu-ray. That was just on Blu-ray.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so both are restored in 4K, and I was actually able to pull images from this. So I'm actually working on a comparison between this and the Blu-ray this week. And then Creep Show. I don't know. Did you pick this one up? Nice.
Twins.
I love that it came.
Yep.
I love that it comes with the comic book.
Oh yeah, I know. It's so cool.
Love that. That is so awesome. And I love Arrow Video where they always do the newly commissioned artwork and then the original key artwork.
They're kind of stealing the thunder from everybody else that does horror boutique labels, which I'm preferring the boxes that they're doing. I just wish a company would get smart enough to make good protectors for them because it's kind of hard to find.
Yeah. Do you buy those protectors like on Amazon and stuff?
Yeah.
I've never got into that. I mean, is it worth it?
I think so. The funny thing is I don't use them just for steelbooks. I also use them because movies that have slip covers fit so perfectly in them as well. Mm-hmm. So if I have slip covers, because I noticed in some of my older slip covers, they start to yellow a little bit on the edges where the white's showing from the paper. And me being the OCD guy that I am, like, no.
Well, I got to tell you.
So, I mean, in fact.
Oh, go ahead.
If you see where my finger's pointing right now, you see that clear.
Hold on, let me maximize you. There we go. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's all steelbook protectors right there.
Oh wow.
As well as Night of the Comet.
Nice. Yeah, I just got.
And the stuff is right there.
I just got the stuff on 4K. Have you seen it yet?
Yeah, 4K? Me too. No. That's why I brought it up because I'm always the first one up in the house, so I'm usually up at 5 o'clock. Oh, so I put these headphones on because they're Bluetooth, and I'll crank it up and I'll watch the movie. So I'm gonna watch those.
Yeah, I watched. I get it comes with the unreleased. I'm going to call it director's cut, but I don't think they call it that. But it's like an hour and 56 minutes, and the theatrical cut is like an hour and 20. But the extra footage, it's interesting, but it's also like. Okay, we get it. You don't have to show all this stuff. You know what I mean? Like it's just like it repeats itself through the movie. Like they keep explaining the same thing over and over again through the movie.
It's just like way too much.
Yeah, exposition. Yeah, that's it. But I mean, it's interesting to watch like one time, and then you'll go back to the theatrical cut. I wanted to show. Do you have anything you wanted to show off before I dive into some stuff I got?
It's not so much showing off, but I think you've run into this problem. It's been sitting at my desk and not in my movie collection as a reminder that I still haven't received my email from Warner Brothers. Guys, I mean,
Oh, geez, dude,
when do I get my replacement discs? I'm just curious.
I am so pissed off at Warner Brothers. They did the same thing with Rocky, where they first of all, where's your quality control at? You know, like they did this with Rocky, they did this with Superman, and they did it with like a couple others where the discs are screwed up, either the encoding or the audio. I think Superman 2 and the Donner cut, it's like the aspect ratios all squished in. And I'm sitting there thinking, where the hell is the quality control at Warner Brothers to pick this stuff up before you actually sell it? But yeah, dude, I've emailed a Warner Brothers literally about 10 times in the past month. I've sent them pictures, I've sent them the receipt, I've sent them everything. And I only got a response once, and the response was, "How can I help you?" I'm like, what the what do you mean? And so I responded back, and then I never heard back from them. I don't know what the hell's going on there. I don't know if you know who Bill Hunt is over at the Digital Bits. He's he's been like reviewing physical media for 30 years. And he knows a lot of people at all these studios. And so I asked him because he hasn't received them either. So I asked him, well, what are your thoughts on it? And he said, he's just like, I don't know. And he said, just keep emailing them. He did say though that in the past they had like 10 people working in that department. Now they only have one person.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. So he said that's probably the issue, is that you have one person and you're getting hundreds and hundreds of emails. Because I do know some people that got theirs and they never got a response from Warner Brothers. So I don't know.
They may just show up one day out of the blue in your mailbox.
Right.
So.
But it's like, respond. At least have the decency to respond without saying, "How can I help you?"
Well, I'm just glad I didn't trade because the record store I was talking about earlier, they do trade-ins, and I was this close to trading in my Blu-ray box set that I had. And I was like, oh, I'll just buy Superman Returns on Blu-ray because that's what was included in that one. And I don't know, just something in me was like, I'm gonna hold on to this for a second. And then sure enough, somebody told me like, yeah, dude, those discs are corrupted. They're all messed up. And I was like, because I need to replace those and the cell from Arrow. There, I guess the director's cut in the cell.
And by the way, I'm going to I don't normally do this because I'm a humble guy. I don't like to say, hey, look at me, look what I did. But I'm the one that actually was the first guy to point that out, because Arrow Video sent me the cell, and I looked at it and I saw the issue, and I posted a video. I emailed Arrow the first day. They didn't believe me at first. They're like, well, maybe it's your TV, maybe it's your player. I'm like, dude, no. I've got proof right here.
There's such tech support. Yeah. Turn it off and back on again.
Maybe you need to spit shine the disc. but I'm like, finally I send the video. I'm like, here's proof. And like, oh, okay, yeah, there's an issue. And so it was me that started the whole thing. But I haven't received my replacement disc yet. And I'm like, I review for you. I'm the guy who posted it and made you aware of it, and you haven't even sent me the replacement disc yet. I don't know, man.
Yeah, their email response to me was really confusing. They're like, well, do you know about our disc replacement program? I was like, no, I was told to email this specifically for you to understand that I just want my damn movie. Right.
Well, and then it's like, first of all, Arrow Video, they were bought out by Zavvi. And ever since Zavvi bought them out, their customer service blows. I mean, it just sucks. You cannot get in touch with anyone. And I've had some friends where they buy a disc and it's like they receive it and it's actually scratched, and they'll try to get in contact with Arrow and they hear nothing from them. And they're just stuck with the scratched disc to the point where my friend's just like, screw it, I'm just going to rebuy it. And it's just, quality control has really gone downhill the past couple of years on a lot of these companies.
Yeah, it's a bummer. Well, that was the one thing that made me slightly reluctant to get the Nightmare Amazon exclusive, only for the fact was it's an Amazon exclusive. So the quality, I mean, I'm still kind of scared. I hope these movies play through. I'm assuming they will. I'm assuming they're just rollovers from the set that you have.
That reminds me. Public
God.
service.
Bad news?
Public service announcement here. You know how we've all heard that a lot of newer 4K discs will all of a sudden pixelate or skip. You know, I don't know if you've experienced that. You'll watch a movie and all of a sudden there'll be like pixelization on the bottom of the screen or somewhere in the image, in the frame, or it'll skip. So it does that. It does do that on Elm Street 4, I think. And it did it on Tron Legacy. Like when they're playing the games near the beginning of the movie, it started doing a lot of pixelization and skipping. So I actually talked to a buddy of mine who he installs home theaters for a living. He's been doing it for like 30 years. He knows all the ins and outs. He really knows his stuff. And he said you need to give all your new 4K discs, you need to give them a bath. And I'm like, what does that mean? What do you mean a bath? What? I'm taking a shower with me? And he said, no, what you need to do is run, basically, yeah, what you need to do is you need to run it underneath the faucet with lukewarm water, not too cold, not hot. Put a little dab of soap on there, even like Dawn soap is what he uses, and just swish it around and then let the water wash the soap off the disc, and then take a microfiber cloth and just clean it, wipe it off from the inside out. And I always heard that if you got water on the disc, it can actually get in the little crevices of the disc, the little pits, and it can actually damage it over time. I asked him about that, and he said no, that 4Ks are actually made to repel water. So I don't know, but
I'm gonna interject here, because being someone who works in the painting industry that deals with chemicals a lot, I would not be putting Dawn dish soap on a disc, because it is a degreaser, and degreasers break down plastic over time and dull it. And then basically, because there's a clear coat on discs, essentially, I would not do that myself. Maybe I'm wrong, but just being someone that works with chemicals, that doesn't sound like a good idea.
So now, does it depend on how long it stays on the disc?
Probably, but sometimes how hard that dish soap is to get off. Sometimes it likes to leave a residue, and holding a disc underwater for that, I don't know, man. That is not.
See, I was exactly like you. I was really hesitant doing that. I did find just to try it out. I just grabbed a DVD. I have a bunch of recordables, so I just grabbed a disc and I tried it out. And it looked spotless. There wasn't anything wrong with it. So I went ahead and found a I have two of these. So I went ahead and braved up, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to try it out. So I did it, and I didn't use Dawn soap. I use just like a little tiniest dab of Ivory soap, and I washed it off, dried it off with a microfiber cloth, and no more skipping, no more pixelization. It's nice. Perfect. And I've watched it a few more times.
How did you?
And it's perfect. Absolutely perfect.
How'd you get through those? Because I really wanted to get the Tron movie.
I ordered them from Diabolic DVD, and they ended up accidentally sending me 2 of them, and I contacted them, and they said just keep it. But yeah, anytime there's a limited edition steelbook, I always order from Diabolic DVD, because I know I'll get it from them. Amazon.
Dang, man, I'm jealous that you got 2. You got 2 of them. You got a backup just in case.
Yeah. Well, that's why I used that. I tried that experiment on that second one. It seems to work, and it doesn't look.
That seems sacrilegious, man, on a Tron DVD that people can't get now.
Right. Well, man, I don't know. It seems to work, and I keep looking at the disc every day, like, am I going to see something there? And it looks fine. So I don't know. Like I said, like I told you, I was really hesitant on doing it. I was like, I don't know if I want to do this, but it seems to work.
Well, I mean, a lot of this stuff too, like for me, I mean, I know I'm sure it is true, but for me, like disc rot is like Sasquatch. I have yet to see disc rot.
Like you, I've been collecting since the 80s. I've never once had disc rot. Never.
Me either.
And I think it's, yeah, like what you're saying, that I'm sure it happens once in a while, but it's not like a common occurrence, you know. And I think when that whole thing came out, they blew it way out of proportion, saying all your DVDs are going to have disc rot. No, that's not true. And the way 4Ks especially are made, they're never going to get, I don't think 4K is ever going to get disc rot the way they're made.
I've had DVDs in boxes in storage for like God knows how long. You pull them out and they play just fine.
Right.
They don't even look like they're degraded even a bit. So I mean, I don't know. I think what ends up happening is when one person gets on TikTok or Instagram, they're like disc rot, and then it just like wildfire. It becomes like the whatchamacallit that just happened recently. The rapture. It's like the rapture of media.
Yeah, that's exactly what's going on. Everyone freaks out. Hold on a second. I'm trying to find something here. Shoot, do I still have it? Let me see.
Did you get the original Tron, by the way?
Yeah, I did. I ordered both of them.
Oh man.
Oh, crap. Do I still have it? Can you hear me while I'm out of the screen?
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm out of the screen looking at the email.
Yeah.
I was trying to find something here. Because I wanted to show it with fake Criterion posts. I wanted to show a sample of what I found. If you let's see here, what else did you get in? And maybe you can show the people while I'm trying to look this up.
I mean, I have that copy of the stuff right there. You want me to grab that?
Yeah, sure.
I mean, it's still, I didn't bring, yeah, let me grab that. I didn't bring a ton of stuff up, and I didn't really think to, just because we were going to showcase. What did I get recently? I know I got the stuff. Let me grab that.
Got the stuff. You got the stuff. The stuff is what you got. Got the stuff. The stuff is what you got.
Oh, what I did get, and I got it from that record.
The stuff.
Well, here, let me show you the stuff. But actually, that record store I went to today, I scored a steelbook of Bela Lugosi's Dracula.
Ooh, nice.
And it's in 4K, and I love Universal monster movies, especially during this time of year. There's something soothing about watching those late at night with all the lights turned off. I mean, Bride of Frankenstein is one of my all-time favorite horror films.
Yeah.
But yeah, here's the stuff. Like we were talking about earlier, I've got it in a protector.
Nice.
Let's see. We'll pull it out and kind of. The only thing I was bummed about this release, though, you know how a lot, and Creepshow did the same thing. Arrow usually does posters with their releases, and they didn't do posters for either of these.
Yeah, I noticed that. I'm wondering if they're. I wonder if they're going to stop. I wonder if they're going to discontinue doing posters.
Well, they seem to get destroyed a lot inside the little armatures of the case itself when they get sent to you. They get smashed a lot of times. My Jason Goes to Hell one got messed up. Luckily, I was able to get a replacement copy for it. But I mean, I do love the fact that they do the slip covers and the reversible cover art. But I am pretty pumped to watch this. I'm not sure what the transfer's like.
Oh, it's gorgeous. It's like, yeah, I mean, it's incredible. I
tried explaining the plot of this to a friend of mine. He's like, I really want to get this movie. And I was like, all right, basically it's this. Frozen yogurt, instead of you eating it, it eats you. And he's like, wait, what? I'm like, it's about a dessert. Just watch it.
Yeah, you just have to watch it.
Yeah. So I got that. I got Spawn on the way. As far as my other movies that are coming, the one that I'm really excited for is the Ninja Turtles box.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Okay. I'm super pumped for that.
I can't find it. But what I found on Facebook is some joker out there was like plastering that Criterion was releasing this movie. I can't even remember what the movie was. It was a while ago. A movie, and it looked legit. And then I did more detective work, and of course it wasn't. It was, somebody just did a AI mock-up of a Criterion release, passing off. I mean, he even had the release date down. He had a link, some kind of link of pre-order here. And I'm like, I don't know if I want to click on that link because I don't know where it's going to go. But I went ahead and I emailed Criterion about it. I'm like, this guy's posting a pre-order link. It's obviously a fake link. This is a fake post. Just want to let you guys know about it. Give you a heads up. And I got an email back about a week ago, and they're like, thank you for sending that to us. Make us aware of that. We've contacted the authorities. Thank you. That's all they said. And I'm like, well, the authorities? What'd you do? Like, call the police on them? What'd you do? Is he being hauled away? But yeah, I always tell people, whenever you see stuff on Facebook like that, always take it with a grain of salt, because a lot of these guys out there are posting AI generated fake releases for clicks. And I always say, until you hear it from the studio, it's not legit.
Yeah, I've seen some ones where I'm like, oh, that's finally coming out in 4K. That's gonna be killer. And then it ends up Barbarian. Barbarian was one.
Oh yeah, maybe that was the one I'm thinking.
And I was pumped on that.
Yeah,
it's probably it, because that was going around a lot within the movie community, and everybody was like, no, that's not really coming out. And Screen Time Coda was the one that told me, is like, no, it's not real, man. I was like, no,
yeah.
no.
Yeah, until you hear it announced from like the director, the studio, take it as it's not real. And I guess what we did hear from the director with Weapons coming out in physical, that he's working on a Barbarian physical release. So we'll see. Hang on a second. Let me grab something real quick.
Do your thing. Shall I entertain the audience by myself? Well, welcome to Twin Flicks. I am now your new host, Ken Screen Scene. I guess I could just plug my TikTok again if you guys all want to come to Ken Screen Scene and check out my videos. There's a lot of stuff.
Do it. Episodic Josh says they gave you 2 copies of Tron in 4K. That's crazy. Yeah. It's crazy. What's crazy though is that they actually said I could keep it instead of sending it back.
No, what's crazy is that you put soap on one.
It worked.
Man.
I don't know. We'll see. I had to try it. I'm just like, I don't know. I need to try this. My favorite Arrow video release so far is the Conan Chronicles.
Dude, I want that so bad. I didn't realize that they're still making that set, the double like that. Because I know there's the
it's
singles.
Out of print. But yeah, let me look at that. How thick that book is. And then
yeah.
I took out the posters because I love the look of the posters. I think I'm going to hang them up. But I set them aside. But yeah, I mean, this set is just awesome. And the transfer, I don't know if you've seen the transfer. Oh man, it's like night and day difference between this and the Blu-rays. And now I'm hearing that they're going to be releasing Red Sonja, I think in January.
Yeah, I read something about that as well, and that's a great. The funny thing about that movie, as a kid growing up, I always thought it was Conan.
I did too. Yeah,
and it's not, and it was supposed to be. Apparently, they just couldn't get the rights, so they're like, "We'll just call him Calidor." Right. He's Conan.
It's a Conan movie.
It
really is.
Yeah, it's still a Conan movie, and it's fantastic. But it is interesting to watch Arnold be the side character through the whole movie.
Yeah, he
just kind of pops up here and there.
Yeah, when they need him. I've always liked that movie. I've always loved that movie.
Oh, I love that movie. And I love Ernie Reyes Jr. I mean, I don't know if you remember the TV show Sidekicks from the 80s.
Yeah. Hang on one second. I got to grab something. I think you're going to like this one.
Okay, I will hold the fort down. I don't know what to show you guys. Let's see here. What do I have of any interest on my desk that movie fans? Well, hey, check this out. I've got a very scratch old copy of the Akira on here that was given to me for free, and that's not very interesting. But hey, it's a movie.
Akira. The 4K to that is awesome too.
Oh, I know. I saw some samples of that. That's another one I need to get.
I always ask people this: have you ever heard of the movie Martin from George Romero?
Yes, I know of it. I've never seen it.
I got the 4K. The Second Sight released the 4K like a year or so ago. if you can get it, this is my favorite George Romero movie now. I've never seen it before. Watched it. I was blown away by it. This movie is incredible. Do you know what it's about?
Okay, Martin. I feel like it has something to do with an insane asylum. Am I right? He's crazy, right?
That's up to interpretation. So he thinks he's a vampire. And so he goes to live with his uncle, I think. And his uncle is like really religious, and he thinks that he's a vampire. He thinks his nephew is a vampire also. And so he tries to do all this, religious stuff to try to stop him. But it is so well done and so good and intense. And in the end, it's up to you, if he is a vampire or if he isn't. I choose to believe he is. But this was bad. George Romero, he always made movies outside of the studios. And this one, he just like went full out. Like it goes out there sometimes with the violence. Yeah, man, if you can pick this up, it's, like I said, it's my favorite George Romero movie, right? After I saw this.
So is it kind of like teetering like exploitation style, like cinema?
Kinda. I mean, it's not as rough as that, but the kills are pretty out there. It feels real. You know what I mean? So it doesn't feel like a movie kill. Really good. And The Hitcher.
Yeah, that's another box that I really wanted to get.
Yeah, I had a spring for that one. And then my favorite second sight is Texas Chainsaw Massacre 4K.
The one I don't have in 4K yet. I did snag 2003's Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Oh, that's sick.
Yeah,
that's very awesome. Cool. And I also got the beginning on Arrow Video in 4K. But I have yet to watch them yet. And I love, going back to what we were talking about earlier about remakes. Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake, fantastic, I think. The Marcus
the one that was produced by Michael Bay.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that one in the theater, and then what was the other one? The Beginning?
Yeah, that's the prequel
one. Okay, yeah, I saw both of those in the theater. Yeah, I liked them. I thought they're pretty good. This is rare. It's actually a hardcover bound book.
Oh, that is
stuff
rad.
that pulls out. Yeah. So it's like a coffee table book almost.
Is that out of print as well?
Yeah, the box set's out of print.
Oh, jeez.
And yeah, man, I mean, I always tell people you can't wait. You gotta jump on the stuff if you really want it. But I always order all this stuff from Diabolic DVD. Because number one, I don't have to pay the expensive delivery charges, like ordering it from Second Sight that's in the UK. And also, I've noticed that Diabolic DVD has some stuff that's actually a little bit cheaper than if you bought it from the studio.
But do they do the thing where they charge you for the pre-order right out the gate, or do you have to?
They do.
That's the only thing I don't like about a lot of those companies.
Yeah, they do. And it's a flat rate, $6 flat rate shipping. They ship it medium mail. So I usually get it within 3 days, a movie. Really quick here, if you don't mind. I got this in from Lionsgate. I did not, because usually when you sign up with the studio on the press, they always send you an email and they show what is coming out, and then you can request what you want to review. I didn't request any of these; they just sent them to me. So I was surprised. But I'm a cheerleader.
Saw in the theater.
Good movie. I've always liked that movie. But this is a cool. If I can do it right.
Slip cover case.
Yeah, it's a cool slip cover.
Oh, that's fun.
So that's cool. And then It Follows is Lionsgate Limited.
I love that movie.
And then one of my favorite movies. I've always loved this movie, Way of the Gun.
Oh yeah.
Look at that. That's some cool artwork there.
Yeah, it's got pop art, almost like an Andy Warhol.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. First, Christopher McQuarrie's directorial debut.
And now he just works with Tom Cruise exclusively.
Right. Hey, I would too, I guess. And real quick here, 3 movies that Kino Lorber sent me over. The Bone Collector comes out, I think, this month, in a couple weeks. 4K. Radioland Murders on Blu-ray. And then Ilsa, She-Wolf of the SS on 4K. Anyways.
Yeah, I just got from Kino Lorber, I got Hiding Out with John Cryer. Which I love that movie.
Love that movie. I've always loved that movie.
That's during the time where like the studio was like, can you just be Ducky in everything that you do? And that's pretty much what they're like, we're gonna dye your hair, we're gonna put you like in a Boy George outfit, and you're gonna be Ducky in every single movie.
That's what it was in the 80s for John Cryer.
Yeah.
Oh shoot, what's the kid's name? Coogan? Is it Keith Coogan?
Oh, Keith
Coogan. Okay, yeah. I've actually been in touch with him, and he's down to do an interview with me. He said he's doing all like the Comic Cons right now, and he said after that he would love to do the interview with me. So I'm looking forward to that. That'd be fun.
His wife is super cool too, because I follow him. And his wife Pinky, she goes around and she's like a huge I don't want to call her an autograph hound because that's not the right term, because she's really sweet, but she goes around and meets like pretty much every 80s icon you can think of.
Oh yeah.
And gets pictures with them. And so she's got a great Instagram that has just tons of pictures of her and of all the celebrities that she's met. And it's always like Meredith Salinger, Corey Feldman, like pretty much all of like, Keith Coogan's contemporaries basically.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But it's really cool. Like,
and I want to know where is our, at least a Blu-ray of Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead. I mean,
I have no idea. I just actually had a follower on TikTok send me the DVD because I didn't own it.
Yeah,
which I was super pumped on. It was funny. Within a week, not even a week, it was within a couple days span, I got Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead from a follower, and then another follower sent me Adventures in Babysitting.
Oh, really?
So I had it was like a babysitting double feature.
That's a good double feature. And yeah. I want it. I want to get Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead, but I keep holding out for. I'm hoping the Blu-ray is going to come out soon. So I mean, those are one of those movies. I think you did a TikTok on that, like movies.
I did. Yes.
Yeah, movies that only peaked at DVD and never made it to Blu-ray or 4K, and that's definitely one of them that needs a Blu-ray, at least a Blu-ray.
Yeah, I think that's one of the ones I definitely touched on, because I remember it's something I said along the lines of learning important life lessons, like how to do the dishes properly. Yeah. the dishes are done, man.
The shotgun.
But God, I love that movie to death. But yeah, it's just Kino Lorber should get a hold of that one, because that's a perfect title for them to.
Yeah, man. And I watched it a couple months ago. I totally forgot. There's a lot of stars on there. There are stars today that weren't stars, like David Duchovny's in it.
Yeah, David Duchovny.
And oh shoot, who was it? There was an actress, I forgot the name though. But I'm like, man, I totally forgot these, because when we watched it back then, we had no idea who these people were. Now you watch him, you're like, oh, I know that guy. I totally forgot he's in that.
Oh, isn't Danielle Harris in it from the other Halloween films?
I think so.
She plays the youngest sister. Yeah, it's Danielle Harris. She's in it.
Maybe that's who I'm thinking of.
And then we can't forget the little brother. He was also in Leprechaun.
Yeah. And now 4K's coming out of Leprechaun.
Oh, it is. Oh, see, I'm glad I held out, because it went back into print. There was the complete collection you can get on Amazon now. But again, the movie gods were in my favor, telling me, just wait a bit here. Just wait.
Just wait. Yeah, it's like I always tell people, just wait, because when you buy that Blu-ray, it's going to be announced on 4K. So just wait. Give it a little bit of time.
Yeah.
Are you
like Critters? When's Critters?
Critters. I got that Blu-ray set of Critters on from Shot Factory.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, it's fantastic.
I would love at least the first two in 4K, but I don't. It's probably not going to happen. Oh, you know what's weird? I got Twin Peaks, this Blu-ray set. It
I
comes,
love Twin Peaks.
huh?
Well, I said I
Oh, I
love
thought
Twin
you said I
Peaks.
hate Twin Peaks. I'm like, okay,
No, I adore Twin
okay,
Peaks.
okay.
It's
I won't
amazing.
talk about it then. No, just kidding. Um,
You're like, I hate it. Why are you showing that, bro?
Get rid of that. No, what's interesting is that this comes with one 4K disc, and they have the pilot episode in 4K UHD, and then episode 8 of that limited series they did on Showtime.
Mhm.
Those 2 episodes are in 4K UHD. The rest is just on Blu-ray.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know what the idea behind that is.
Well, it's David Lynch. There is no idea
Right.
upon that. It's like, just put it down for all of the people to enjoy.
Just
It's
do it.
non-linear.
Just
Do it. Are you an idiot?
Yeah,
Now I'm gonna report the weather.
man, that channel.
So awesome.
I think that I don't know. I think maybe their idea is if like testing the waters. I know some studios will do that. Like that's why they'll put out like if there's a trilogy of movies and they only put out the first one in 4K, is to test the waters to see if that one 4K is going to sell enough to justify the others in 4K. So I'm wondering if that might be one reason. Like, is it worth spending the money to restore them all in 4K? But I don't know. But
I think didn't Scream Factory did that with Child's Play. I think it was like they tested the waters for the first one, then boom, all the rest of them kind of
yeah. Well, that's what they're.
came out
That's what.
pretty quick and rolling.
That's what Warner Brothers is doing with Lethal Weapon. Like everyone's screaming, saying, "Well, what about the others?" Yeah, that's what they're doing. Is
that one's a no-brainer
Yeah.
though. Like, who thought like, well, we're gonna test the water? Like, dude, most people think that Lethal Weapon 2 is better than Lethal Weapon 1.
yeah. I mean, I'm one of those people. I like Lethal Weapon. It's more. It has higher watchability. Lethal Weapon 2 than the first one.
Oh, I love Lethal Weapon 2.
Yeah,
it's so
good. And
so good.
yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, it's kind of like Die Hard as well. It's like, you know, obviously they're going to be big sellers, huge sellers. There's too many fans. I don't understand why they did that with Nightmare on Elm Street, where they put out the first one first to test the waters, and then everyone's screaming, saying, "Well, what about the others?" It's just like it doesn't make sense. I don't know why they do that.
Well, especially on franchises that have built like, off of like iconic characters, there's a reason why they kept rolling out sequel after sequel, because they make money. So why wouldn't you do that again?
Right.
If we're going that route, like we were talking about earlier about nostalgia, and the studios want to get on that bus, well, there it is, right there. It's a no-brainer that you would put all those out. All the Texas Chainsaw Massacres, put them all out.
Right.
Friday the 13th, put them all out,
Yeah.
because people are going to watch them, especially this time of year. Like come on, it's October.
Yeah, right. Do you have? By the way, do you have Texas Chainsaw 2 4K?
Oh, not the 4K. I have the Scream Factory special edition that came out, I don't know, like 5 or 6 years ago.
Honestly, there's not a huge difference between that Blu-ray and the 4K. I mean, there's some, but it's not like night and day. It's not like you have to run out to grab the 4K. But
that's good to know, because that's my favorite Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh yeah, I love that. Toby Hooper, he's just like, okay, you want a sequel? I'm going to make you a sequel. And I guess he always said that the first one was a dark comedy, and then he couldn't understand why nobody thought that it was a comedy. So he's like, okay, well, if you don't think that's a comedy, then I'm going to lean all into dark comedy, and I love it. I love the poster. I don't know if you remember. I remember seeing the poster when I was a kid. It was like the Breakfast Club poster.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. Well, he pulled what Joe Dante did with Gremlins too.
I was just
like,
going to bring that up.
You want to? I'm gonna make fun of the first movie within this movie. It's gonna be so meta.
Yeah.
Which I love.
Well,
I totally love.
It's so cool. It's like those directors are like, they never wanted to make a sequel. I don't want to make sequels. There's no point to making a sequel. Yeah. It's over with. And the studio just keeps nudging them and pestering them. So they're like, okay, fine. You know what? I'm going to make a sequel. I'm going to do it my way. And basically, I'm going to make fun of everybody that loves the movie and fun of the movie itself. And I mean, I'm still waiting for the 4K of Gremlins 2. I think it's going to be coming. But
the guys that produced Jaws, that's what they wanted to do with Jaws 3, because they're like, there's nothing else to tell. Let's do. And the tagline was going to be was Jaws 3, People Zero, and they wanted to get the Zucker brothers to do it, who did like Airplane.
Oh, really?
And I was like, that's a fantastic idea. Like, go all in and just make fun of Jaws, because that's, I mean, look what we got. We got Jaws 3D with Dennis Quaid, which, don't get me wrong, I love that movie for like when I was a kid.
Yeah.
It's so dumb. It's so dumb, but I still love it to this day. But a Jaws spoof, I would love that.
Well, it's better than Jaws Revenge, where the Jaws is.
Is it though?
I think so. Jaws
Yeah,
is.
I mean, Jaws goes on.
Jaws is
Goes
actually
to Jamaica. He has a vacation.
he's following his wife from America to Jamaica, seeking revenge for killing a relative.
Yeah, wouldn't you go to Jamaica? I mean, the weather's amazing
Jamaica,
down
yeah.
there.
But
Yeah, come on.
oh man, that movie was so bad. Michael Caine did it because he needed to make his mortgage payment. That's what it said in an interview. He's like, I did it to make my mortgage payment. But yeah,
I think the exact quote was, "I've never seen the movie, but you should see the house that it paid for."
Yeah, that's what it was. That's what happens, man. When you're seeing a star like that in these crappy movies, you're like, why is he in that? Well, that's why. I'm just like, I always tell people, I'm like, well, they probably needed to buy a new golden toilet seat or something. But
that's why. What's her face, who played Jason's mom for Friday the 13th, did that small part in the second movie during the kind of trippy sequence where Jason's seeing her. She needed a new car. She wanted to get a new car.
I heard that.
So
hey,
that's awesome.
I'll do it too. Let's see here. Who's here? Hanging. I have no idea. Let's see here. Cheap viewers on. Oh, okay. It's just get that out of here.
It's a bot or something.
Yeah. Block.
Yeah, I think people forget that actors it's still their job. So it's not like, of course they want to go buy a car. I mean, I paint houses. I don't just go to someone's house and go, I just feel like painting for the love and that experience of it all. Because everybody kind of like romanticizes actors,
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's kind of like, I don't know if you ever worked in the industry, but it's kind of like how everybody thinks that everybody who works on a movie is a millionaire or makes tons of money. Only people that are making money is the actors, producer, writer, and director. Everyone else is just like getting paid scale or getting paid minimum wage. A lot of people, I'm surprised that a lot of people don't realize that.
Yeah, my half brother's dad was an on-set decorator, so the union's great. He was able to retire on it. He comes out of retirement every so often, and I think he's going to do it here pretty soon because he's got a really good relationship with Cameron Crowe, and Cameron Crowe wants to make another movie, so he'll come out of retirement for Cameron anytime. So he's
working. Cameron Crowe's working on the biopic of Joan Baez, I think. Yeah, Joan Baez.
Yeah, so he always hires John to do his stuff. My brother was lucky enough throughout his childhood, anytime he'd go visit his dad,
That's awesome.
He'd go on movie sets. And I've got this great picture. I wish I didn't even think to pull it out of my photo album, but I've got a picture of my brother when he was 12 sitting in Skeletor's throne for the Master of the Universe.
Really?
Oh, yeah, he worked on that one. And my brother said that set was wild. He's like, they dumped all the money into the throne room pretty much. Because if you watch that movie, that's the best set piece. And that's why the rest of it was filmed in the valley. They're like, we can't film it in Eternia. It's just not, we can't do it. It's too expensive.
Can't do it. That's crazy, man. Oh man. That's back in the day when sets were actually built.
Oh yeah.
They didn't rely on, or now they have the volume where everything's like a big LED screen. Real for real. Yeah, that's why I always tell people, that's why I always also tell people I love 70s is probably my favorite decade of movies. For that reason, everything was just in camera for real. Also, it was back in the day when movies had balls. They weren't afraid to show violence. They weren't afraid to have kids in peril. They weren't afraid, and then, now it's like studios are afraid to go anywhere near that.
I miss matte painting. I mean, matte paintings as the background. I just love the way it looks.
Oh yeah.
there's something, I don't know,
Yeah.
aesthetically pleasing because it makes it feel like a painting is within the movie. Like to go back to, let's say, the Never-Ending Story, for example, there's tons of matte
Oh,
paintings in that movie because it's all, shot on a soundstage, but it's gorgeous. It looks amazing.
yeah, and it looks real. I mean, it looks your brain always knows what's real, what's not.
Well, it's uncanny valley
So
kind of.
yeah, right, exactly. And so it's like even though it's a matte painting, it still feels tangible. It still feels
Yeah.
more real than a green screen or
Mm.
the an LED screen behind him. Conan opens up with that great shot where obviously they're not actually on top of the mountain, but they're sitting,
Yeah.
they're talking, and you have that great matte painting in the background of the snowy mountains. I mean, it's just gorgeous.
Yeah, one of my
And
favorite soundstage movies is Enemy Mine. I mean, the whole movie was filmed on a
oh
soundstage. I think it was Pinewood, probably. Um,
yeah,
but Enemy Mine looks beautiful, and I believe it was Wolfgang Peterson who did Neverending Story as well, which it
yeah,
totally feels like they used some of the same sets. Like, we'll just add some aliens in. It'll be fine. Don't worry.
right, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, and I want that on 4K, at least a
That
Blu-ray.
deserves one for sure. Well, there was a Blu-ray. Twilight Times put one out.
Oh, but it was just limited, right, to like a 1200 or something like that.
I think it was only 5,000. I have one though.
Yeah. Oh, do you?
Yeah, dude, the cover art's so bad. They didn't do the classic face to face, which I love. That's one of my all time favorite posters.
That's the best poster.
And if you can find that, put that up for the viewers. It's just one
Yeah,
of
I'm
those,
looking here.
because and I actually have a question for you because this is a good thing to touch upon about things that get melted into our brains. But instead, they did an intergalactic high five basically on the
Oh
cover
God,
of
it
the
looks
Blu-ray.
terrible.
It's just their hands clasping. So I don't know if you could do a comparison of the two up for everybody.
Yeah, I'm pulling it up now.
Because the Twilight Times cover is awful. It's just not good at all. And I hate the
Dude.
studios do that and cheap out. It's probably because they lose the licensing for it, but it bums me out when they do that.
That looks terrible, man. It's uploading right now. Yeah, it's like they're giving each other a high five.
Yeah, and I might be wrong, but the Enemy Mine one looks like it could be a Struzan piece. It looks like Drew Struzan's artwork. So yeah, there's the Twilight Times one,
Yeah,
and it's just like,
terrible.
my
Completely
man,
awful.
high five. It's just not
Yeah.
good. It's not
then you
good
got-
at all.
That's the
Awesome.
umbrella. That's the way to go, and that's the poster I've always seen. I love that. I've always loved that artwork.
And that one's region free, by the way. I was tempted to
Yeah.
get it, and see, me being the art nerd that I am, I was like, I don't want to get that one instead. But what I was going to say to you is, what are a couple poster art? Let's say just from your days of going to the video store as a kid, that like every time you saw it, like was melted into your brain. Because this would be fun to show the viewers if you can pull up the ones that like really like kind of like they're there. It's a part of you.
Well, it's always the horror, right?
Of course.
Always had insane poster artwork, but there is some here. Let me find it. This one actually came out on 4K recently. Hold on here. From Shot Factory. Let me download it here. Where am I? Okay, so poster artwork like this, I've always loved, always burned in my brain, but the movie actually never had anything what you see in the poster. So, like Death Stalker.
I remember that movie. Yeah.
I love that artwork, but of course, that monster is never in the movie. Another one that I always loved, the poster artwork to House.
Oh yeah, I love that. Amazing.
Ding dong, you're dead.
Yeah, yep. The hand with the key finger.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it here.
So good.
Always loved that one too. I can't find it. We already mentioned Texas Chainsaw 2.
Troll was one for me. Him holding he's holding the bouncy ball.
I always like the simpler ones the best.
The Troll, for some reason, that one just scared the crap out of me as a kid. Now you watch it now, it's so goofy, but I still love the movie. It's not a good movie, but it's an enjoyable movie.
Yeah.
And once again, back to the Never-Ending Story. For some reason, we're going full circle because Noah Hathaway is the main character in that movie who played Atreyu.
I'll tell you one other one. that I've always liked. Hold on here. It's not a horror movie, but I've always liked this one poster. If I can find it. Bear with me, guys. But it's the poster for Far and Away.
Oh yeah.
I've always loved that poster.
Yeah, with the sweeping vista. Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah. So it's less, and then there's Troll. I've always loved that poster too.
Dark Crystal and Labyrinth are two amazing original art pieces. I love those, especially Dark Crystal. I mean, that movie to this day, I think it's a perfect film.
Have you watched In Search of Darkness? 80s horror. It's like a 4 or 5 hour documentary.
No, I haven't seen it.
Okay, hang on here. This is the poster that I have. 2 posters that I have saw not in like Blockbuster, but this was the only way you could see this is if you went to a Mom Pa store. Let me see if I can find the actual video artwork. Hang on. Stop it.
Technical difficulties.
Okay. This one always burned into my brain. And of course, I was never old enough to actually see it until I was older. Hold on here. It's pulling up. Maniac.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I used to see that. If I take it down, because I don't know if YouTube's going to flag it. But that's one like I said, you won't see that. You didn't see that movie in like Blockbuster. It was always in the Mom Pa type video stores. But yeah, that one always was burned into my brain. The poster to Critters 2 was cool also with when they're in that ball.
Yeah, the giant ball. I also like the variants that they did a little bit later when they would do slight re-releases, like later in the 80s, like when they did Paramount did, let's say, Search for Spock. And so they did the gold going around the VHS box with the lines. And then instead of having the poster art, it was like just a scene from the movie. So I think Search for Spock, I think might have been Kirk with the phaser and Bones was behind him, if I remember correctly. I really like those ones a lot. And then, of course, the giant clamshell movie cases were always kind of fun too, like the Warner Brothers ones.
This one also, 2010 poster for 2010. This was also always seared into my brain with the
fetus. Yeah. I had that movie.
Bluray. I've always wanted to get it. Just never gone around to it. But yeah, I've always loved that artwork too. But yeah, I mean, yeah, the 80s. I mean, you can go through Google, just put in 80s movie posters, and they are just go through them. Just go down the rabbit hole. It's just insane, the poster artwork. And what's even better is that they're all hand drawn.
Yeah.
And I think I forgot his name, but the lead guy that did a lot of posters in the 80s and the 90s recently passed away. Forget his name, but like he did all the poster artwork for all the Spielberg movies.
Oh, that's Drew Struzan. That's Drew Struzan.
Oh, okay.
He's not dead. He has dementia now.
Okay,
unfortunately.
I'm thinking of someone else then. Okay, I must be thinking of someone else because I know there's someone else that recently passed away that did a bunch of artwork too, or poster artwork. But yeah, when you look back at that type of poster artwork, and then you look at artwork today, it's like almost like, what are you doing?
Floating heads. That's what I was saying earlier. It's always floating heads. Dune's a perfect example of floating heads. Like, I don't know why they did the new, like, there's so much cool artwork they could have done with that, and they didn't do it.
Yeah. I mean, even I mean, directors have no control over how the studio does the artwork, but like even the Tarantino movies, it's all floating heads.
Well,
Most
like
of the time.
back to Drew Struzan again, Guillermo del Toro. If you look up the Hellboy Drew Struzan piece, that's what he wanted for the movie poster, and the studio didn't let him do it. So he ended up just commissioning and buying it, and it hangs in his office. And that Hellboy piece is gorgeous. It's with like him standing there, and then there's like some kind of crazy like ornate thing behind him. I don't know exactly what it is.
I think I found it here.
Yeah, it's a gorgeous piece, and it would have looked great as the cover art. I would love to see the real one, but it's in Del Toro's. Well, Del Toro did do a tour of his stuff a couple years ago, and I think that piece might have been with that the touring museum stuff. No, it's not that
Not the one.
No,
it's not
he's
that
like
one.
he's like standing, looking straight forward, and I think Abe Sapien is in it.
Yeah, I don't.
Cats are beating each other up. Hey guys, chill out back there. Whoa, there we go, cat fight. Stop it, guys.
Trying to get your attention. Yeah, I don't see it here. I'm looking forward to the Del Toro Frankenstein. Did you see the trailer?
Yeah, no, it looks cool. That looks
cool. I can't wait for that.
Netflix, right? You're Netflix.
It is having a limited theatrical release, but so probably just in California and New York. But it is basically straight to Netflix. But yeah, think we're gonna go ahead and log out. It's getting late.
Good, man.
But yeah, let me. We'll definitely have you on again.
Thank you.
It was fun.
I appreciate it.
I hope you had fun.
Yeah, no, this is a blast. I'd love to do it again.
Yeah, next time I think we'll probably do more. Try to think of maybe a theme based. Maybe like maybe show off some of our like prized possession of physical media, something like that. I think that'd be fun. Or
favorite box sets.
Yeah, favorite box sets, TV shows, whatever. Yeah, guys. So stay tuned for more live shows. I'm getting back into it, and make sure to follow Ken over on his TikTok page and YouTube channel, Ken's Screen Scene, or I like to say Scream Scene, which fits better for October. I'm renaming you. All right, man. Well, I'll let you go, and thanks, guys, for coming on board and watching us talk. And we'll see you guys later.
Appreciate it, man. Thanks for having me on.